My answers will not be answers for you. I am telling you honestly. All my answers, you will label it, Swamiji's answers, put it in a dustbin. No, you have a doveholing system in your brain. May not be, you will not have that dustbin for me, but you will have something called respected dustbin. Means, which will neither be emptied nor be used. That's what we call respected dustbin. He says, but that is not for me. It's all impractical. He tells all these, but it's okay. Next. This is what I call respected dustbin. So each one of you have a respected dustbin for my ideas. For the ideas I express. Your ego will grasp or grab any idea only when you debate. See, when you shout some ideas at others, suddenly your ego gets associated with it. And that foolish ego does not understand, whenever you get associated with its big ideas, they become nectar to it, nectar to you, and poison to the ego. Understand? Whenever you get associated with some great spiritual idea, debate for some great spiritual idea, without your knowledge, you will imbibe that idea into your life. Suddenly, your ego would have been eaten by that idea. If I tell you to follow, it will never happen, because you have a great respected dustbin. Swamiji's ideas, great, great. We can't use it, you know. Let us be practical. You have some method, a very intelligent method, to dump all my, you can't put it directly in the dustbin. That is too disrespectful. No. Your mind won't agree for that. So you have a very technical dustbin. Understand? Now, the technical dustbin, just like yesterday I introduced the yellow journalist problem, today I am introducing the technical dustbin problem, respected dustbin. And sometimes you put a beautiful garland for the dustbin, and put a little sandalwood, and do even arati, but never pick up the ideas and use. In your doveholing system, you have that. See, any idea, you know how to dovehole it. The respected dustbin. If you start debating, your ego gets associated with that idea. If other is not convinced, you are going to fight for this idea. If other is convinced, because you are able to convince others, you will also be convinced. It is like having a clay ball. That's your ego. And the diamond, that is what? The sacred truth I am giving you. The diamond is just kept on the clay ball. Now I am asking you, start the debate. Debate is like a hitting with another stone. Naturally what will happen? The diamond will nicely get embedded in the clay ball. Will get nicely stuck in the clay ball. If I tell you directly to imbibe that diamond, you will say, no. It's all difficult, very difficult. But now, slowly that diamond is getting embedded into the clay ball. And not only that, the diamond is such, when it goes inside, all the clay in your hand starts going away. Finally in the hand only the diamond is standing. Because you are hitting continuously. When you continuously hit a stone wall with a clay ball and the diamond, what will happen? The diamond will be in your hand and the clay will leave your hand. This is the exact process of debate. Your ego will imbibe any spiritual idea only when you debate for it, when you take that side. See, actually the whole life is nothing but taking certain side and go on justifying that side, that's all. Now in the debate, very beautifully you will take the side of a spiritual truth, and without your knowledge the spiritual truth will swallow you. That is why I am encouraging the debate. Debate is a highly ego-fulfilling activity. I am using that very ego-fulfilling activity to remove the root of the ego.
Trust in you, 'cause you know it's best for me to lead a blissful life, a life with no more strife. Can't believe the things I do, just to spend a little time with you. Nothing will compare, I know you will take care.
You're always showing us compassion, your love is endless like an ocean. Nityananda, Nityananda, my life's become a meditation. Ever since we had a deep connection.